All right, here we go, everybody. If you make Murloc noises, it helps.
That makes me want to play.
I want to play so bad.
We
I want to
should
go
play.
run some instances.
Let's play.
Forget the show. Let's go run some instances.
Yeah, we'll live stream that. For
All right.
tonight's show.
For tonight's
WoW.
show, we will play WoW. All right, here we go. In a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, the show that brings to you the latest and greatest and odd and crazy news. That news has been living under the ocean for millennia, only to arise when dead air comes to town, to come up out of the ocean, step on a few buildings, crush some people, yell, punch dead air in the face, and hand the news down to me and Ashley.
Arise, chicken, rise.
What the devil? I don't know what you're talking about.
You never saw that Hunger King Aqua Force?
So the run with the
Where he goes, they hired the voodoo guy, and he's like, arise, chicken.
I may have seen that
Arise.
I may have seen that one, but I don't recall it.
Oh,
but anyway, the Godzilla analogy I was going for.
No, it's arise, chicken.
And the news rose like a chicken from the ashes. And it was handed to me and Ashley to deliver to you. You find people on the internet who join us every week for reasons neither Ashley or I can even begin to understand. But we're glad to have you here. We're glad to be here to talk about the latest happenings that have been going on in the world, and the latest happenings that have been going on in our own lives. I think that we have a handful of things.
Why is my computer making noise?
I don't know. It'd be advisable to mute it. Oh, you were sending the Aquatine thing.
Yeah, but
The right?
Chicken, arise. Arise, chicken, arise.
that's what it is.
Oh, okay. Arise, chicken, arise. Sounds good. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Episode 298 coming at you. You know what this means. This means... I'll only give you a few seconds before I have to...
Yeah, I'm like...
This means that episode 300 is a mere 2 weeks away from today. I'm having language issues, and it's probably because I just came back from Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Gatlinburg,
They
Tennessee.
went to the boondocks of Tennessee and came back with a car full of consumer goods.
I got this coffee mug. I got this watch.
They bought. They,
To the audio
there's a
listeners,
clock.
that's the sound of me pulling a watch out of my butt. That's what it was. To them, they're like, "What does a watch involve?" Now we got a grandfather clock.
Yeah,
But man,
burlap bucket.
we
thing.
had so much fun.
They just came home with
So
stuff,
much fun.
and then they went and took a picture behind a waterfall. They're like, "We went outside." No, you didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Don't lie.
We went all the way up a mountain.
Don't lie.
But that's a story for another time. What's important to note here is that what we brought home with us was a Tennessee accent like none other. It's gonna take me a while to shake it.
When are you gonna do your Tennessee theater experience? Is that
I have
later?
a Tennessee theater experience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's later.
Okay.
That's mid show.
I didn't know if you were segueing.
No, that's mid show. I
Okay.
feel like that should be mid show.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I can do it at any point, but it's going to derail the show to the point of there's no recovery. So
right. So we'll just do that mid show.
I figured we could get through a few things and then do a mid show.
I was gonna text some people.
You know, it's like we start this thing.
It's
It's like we start it and then you tell everybody about it while you should be paying attention.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just gonna tell you what it is right here, because I've been to Tennessee now. I've got.
You saw
Dawson
Godzilla.
All right. You know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna get it out of the way at the beginning.
Oh, well, I mean, you could do that.
We're gonna
I
get it out of
thought
the
you.
way
I
at
was
the
just
beginning.
thinking because you saw Godzilla and Stephanie came home going, "Wow, wow."
I did. She did.
I'm Godzilla. Wow.
She's the cutest little Godzilla I've
Apparently,
ever seen.
Godzilla is a small house cat.
She's a little Godzilla like I've ever seen. No, I'm gonna hold it back. I'm gonna tease, ladies and gentlemen. There are a couple things.
Can I tell them when you guys left and Stephanie pulled the stuff and put it on the bed and didn't realize what she put it on the bed? Can I tell them that story?
No, I feel like that would be embarrassing.
Oh no shit.
No, it's an anniversary trip. That's all they need to know. And it was wonderful. We had a really good time up there in the mountains.
Yeah, can I tell them why?
No.
Please?
No.
Oh, come on.
What? I don't care. Okay, I'm not even paying attention
His
anymore.
face is getting so red.
I got my mustache cup, and I'm going to have a good old time over here.
Okay, so when they were packing to leave, I was in the room with them, and I'm like, "Can I help you? What can I do?" And they were telling me, well, you can do this when we leave, yada yada yada. And Stephanie's absentmindedly dumping stuff on her bed to pack in her suitcase, and I look down and I see this bottle, and I'm like, I recognize that. What is that? I'm like, that's a Pure Romance bottle. Pure Romance, for those of you that don't know,
It's a very classy.
It's expensive sex toys.
It's not. Don't go there.
It does. You like women have parties in their homes.
They have these fake wieners that roll across the table.
Yeah, and they like hold it. They're like, hold it up to your arm and see the vibrations. And they have like flavored lube. And
I wasn't there. I don't.
Somebody
understand.
was.
Sometimes you get invited to places and you go.
Somebody went to a party. And I'm like, look, and I was giggling. I'm like, that's a bottle of Pure Romance lube right there. They don't realize they just laid that out for everybody to see. And this is pretty much the reaction I got from them. I looked at Stephanie and I'm like, is that lube? She looks down at the bed and her face just goes whoosh.
Which is even better that you would take this time to explain it on the internet. To everybody.
So any chance I got from that moment until they left, I would slip in a lube joke.
But,
it's their anniversary. They're married. They're allowed to use lube. So they got back.
When you're married,
we
were have things.
We were all sitting on the couch together, and it
How far does this story go?
It's a good story. And I was like, "So, did you use your lube?" And Stephanie goes, "We didn't have to."
Boom.
And then she realized that she made a dirty joke, and she got red-faced again.
I feel like I've been victimized.
Yes, Steven is so embarrassed right now.
I don't feel like this is fair. What I do feel like is fair is moving right along.
We talk about sex all the time when it's from my point of view, but if it's Stephanie and Steven's sex life, we don't do that.
Yeah,
you guys are gonna have babies, and you're gonna be like, immaculate conception.
That's how it works. That's how it
she sat on
work.
a toilet after I did.
Down in South Alabama where nobody talks about anything. That's how it works. Children just get born. That's why everybody has one. What?
Okay, so one of our friends is a graphic artist, and she paints like the Adirondack chairs, and she did a Mario version of one. That is freaking epic.
Good gravy.
I'm sorry. That was like the cool. Like I think those chairs are stupid, but that is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
All in favor of taking Ashley's phone away from her during the show. So anyway, it's episode 298, and we have 2 episodes to go to episode 300, where we will be expecting some live call-in stuff, right?
Please call us and say hi.
That's a big deal. Episode 300, live call-in show. So get your questions, comments, fun stuff, whatever the devil. I love that you all did that at the same time. Get all that stuff ready for episode 300, where you can call us at H&H Live on Skype, and we'll answer your calls. It's going to be the easiest one we've ever done because you're here. I just have to set up a new thing to have like the third-person camera. And that'll be it. It will be good to go.
And make sure we put them in the middle like the Brady Bunch, so we're looking at them while they talk.
So we both turn and we look at each other, but we're
you
looking at them.
You don't say.
Oh.
That's very interesting what you'll say.
They're virtual. They don't have a clue. They'll be like our on the floor CNN reporters. On the ground. Boots on the ground. I throw it on the ground. My goal in this show is to do nothing but to make you laugh. And if I make you laugh, then I feel like the world just laughed.
It's not very difficult, though.
That's okay with me.
I mean, what you say is funny, but at the same time, I laugh a lot.
I laugh a lot. I courtesy laugh all the time.
Well, I don't courtesy. I keep eating lipstick on the thing.
It's okay. Just don't rub it too hard. Put it. Episode 298.
Don't rub it too hard.
When are we going to do a remote podcast? When are we going to New Zealand?
When are we going to Dragon Con, yo?
Oh, we're going to remote podcast from Dragon Con.
We should, for some reason, if I do this, it makes my conversation
If you point, it helps.
better.
It helps the pointing.
Suddenly, we're Ukrainian. I don't know. So, Busch Gardens podcasting. Do you know how cool that would be to do a podcast on the roller coaster? We would drop our crap.
You couldn't do that.
Yeah, we could.
No, you couldn't.
All you would hear was...
I'm on there with like my backpack full of stuff and a camera. I'm like, I'm just podcasting from on the roller coaster.
You'd be like, Smashy!
That'd be
What do you think of this ride?
This ride, isn't it
He's a
fun?
goat. Why are you a goat? You're a goat.
I'm a goat.
You're a goat. I was trying to like mimic the bumps, but I'm a goat.
I don't have a soundboard for the goat.
Right, goat. It's the E-Master.
So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, be here for episode 300. Also, we were on our way to 300 likes on Facebook, but I say screw it. I don't need to be legitimized by Facebook.
I would like to. I'm not wearing a bikini without 300 likes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. There's a bikini promise for 300 likes.
Yeah, when that happens, I will wear a bikini.
I don't really even freaking care because this Facebook group is blowing up, and I
I
love
like
it.
the group is so much more fun because I feel like it's just
People can participate.
yeah, because Facebook isn't a tool.
I learned a thing. I learned that you could have a manlier voice. I learned that.
Why did you say it in the gayest voice possible?
You can have a manlier voice if you speak from a different place in your faith.
That is the best effeminate man voice
I
ever.
didn't even think I was trying.
No, that was really good. That
Really?
was kind of creepy.
Gosh, it's scary when you're too good at it.
Steven should wear the bikini. I love how Eric randomly abbreviates words incorrectly.
That wasn't Eric. That was Elfstar.
I love it. I saw an E. You know, I don't read. I see a thing and my brain translates it.
So, anyways,
Waffle.
I'm going to move on to the factoid of the week. What do you think?
I try to explain H&H. When people ask me what my show's about, like, what's your show about? I said my. I didn't mean my.
Yeah, well, I know. You can say my.
I don't say
believe that
my.
you can say my and I can say my. I
I
try
say-
to say our.
Yeah, I
but
say
people
I
who
do.
only know me,
Right, yeah.
it's more difficult.
I say I have a show tonight to make myself sound
Yeah,
important.
there you go. And everybody, so it's very difficult to get people to listen. I understand Mark's complaint, but once they listen, I have not had someone come back and say, "Yeah, your show kind of sucks." But I have had people come back and say, "Dude, your show is off the chain."
When we first
And not
started,
so many words.
I had this guy that was 10 years younger than me say it's not up my alley, but it was enjoyable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we had people like,
And that was just because I wouldn't sleep with him.
oh yeah. Yeah, he was upset because of that. That makes sense.
Yes.
No, but I talked to a buddy of mine who listened to it recently and was like, dude, show's good. Show's really good. It's got a lot of polish. And I'm like, yeah, we've worked for 7 years to polish this crap. What are you doing? You are not in the camera anymore. Like, I don't know what your fix was, but okay, there.
Okay.
Now you're better.
I want to look. You
want to look as big as me. You want to look like your head is as big as my head. There's no way
I
to
wanted
fix
to
this.
look at the camera. So I was going to put it there.
Oh. Well, just look at it. Just look at
No,
it.
that's good.
Factoid of the week. I was just going to let you go. That was actually making a really good theme.
So Do it again.
There we go. That's a good factoid theme. I think we should use it from now on.
This is why I do not have the controls.
The
Because
city-
the whole podcast
Gosh,
would be an echo.
It's hard enough staying on track without giving you any kind of things to drive with. Like, it's not. I'm not handing you.
I'm
the
embarrassed at how much fun I just had.
So the city with the most Rolls Royces per capita is Hong Kong, China. I don't. Who buys a Rolls Royce now?
Chinese
Like, where do
men.
you even get a Rolls Royce? Can you go to RollsRoyce.com and get one? Like, could you order one off the internet? Because I'm going to Rolls Royce. You know what I see? An
Porn.
airplane in the moon. An airplane that evidently flies to the moon. I don't see.
Are they cars anymore?
Do they do cars?
I don't know.
I just want to know. Okay, so civil aerospace, defense aerospace, power systems. Dude, I don't know if you can buy one. Like what?
Rolls-Royce Motorscars.com.
Oh, Rolls-Royce. Okay.
Motor cars.
You have to Google.
Ghost Series 2.
Dude, that's sexy.
That is kind of pretty.
If I was going to buy a car, I would buy one called the Phantom.
Phantom Drophead Coupe.
It's actually ugly as sin, though. It looks like a Pope mobile. It's like
The
all
Ghost
blocky.
is pretty. The Wraith is kind of...
They're awful. Look at that. It's all boxy.
Dude, the Wraith... Okay, you know the Phantom, like the actual purple Phantom? The
Yeah,
Wraith
that does
looks
look
like
like-
the Phantom, yeah.
The Phantom. It looks like the Phantom's car.
Yeah.
Like if the
'Cause
Phantom,
it's freaking purple.
played by Billy Zane.
Freaking gold.
Oh, it does have some freaking gold on it. That's really awesome.
I feel...
is what you call a glory hole.
That's we found it.
Wow.
That is a sexy vehicle, really. I mean, like if it wasn't a box, look at the inside though.
They
Woo-wee.
like slant backwards.
This is good radio here. What we're doing. This is-
Talking about a vehicle.
This is good radio.
Look at a picture you can't see.
But I didn't know that Rolls-Royce still made cars. I just know that a Rolls-Royce caused Marty McFly to hurt his back before he went to the future and learned some lessons that then made him not race Needles down the highway. Because Needles was all like, hey, chicken. And Marty's like, whatever now, because I've been through back in time like 15 times. And I'm done.
Arise, chicken. Arise.
Why did I not leave that video up there?
I was gonna say that needs to be a thing.
Do you know, I think I love Back to the Future with all of my heart because it's just an amazing series about a boy struggling with incestual feelings towards his mother. But really, at the end of the day, it has some really, really lame moments. Like, some really lame moments. Like, what are you, chicken? And he's all like, oh, I'm going to hurt somebody now.
Yeah, but that was a thing.
It was.
Like then.
Yeah.
Like
Back in
being
the day.
called yellow in cowboy days.
Yeah, like
'Cause
you just
that's-
didn't stand for that.
No.
You know?
Because
And-
men didn't drink hormone milk and were actually men.
dude, men were men.
I can't imagine. Like you know, now I mean we're kind of used to a very toned down, polite, respectful. Men are in partnership with their women and or they are led around by their weenies by their women.
Right.
So I feel like if you drop me off even 50 years ago and, expecting me to be in a relationship with a guy, I'd be like, I will make you eat your own willy.
You're like, what word can I use right here? No, that's a really interesting point because there was a time, but it wasn't that and I guess it just depends on the guy. It's kind of like slave owners.
I've been watching Mad Men and I want to stab
they're
all
awful.
of them.
They're awful. But see, and that's like a different. Those are different kind of men, Like those are some jerks. I don't think that everybody was like that. Maybe this is me trying to gloss over history, but like it's kind of like it's like the slave owner thing, which there were decent slave owners, which seems like an oxymoron nowadays. But I think there were decent slave owners who are still slave owners, and I'm not saying it was right.
There's just those things.
But there was just a thing. It's what you did, and there were ones
Take
who
my
treated
cotton.
them. There were ones like I think your mom was talking about someone in her ancestry that like had left land and goods and things to his slaves, right?
My family had slaves.
Mine did too. They're from the South. Surprise, surprise, everybody. It's not like it's some kind of mystery. You have heritage that
How come
lives
I
in the
feel
South.
like I need to apologize for someone that was
I
like
don't know.
100 years old?
It's not my fault. I don't agree with it. I wasn't there, but it happened. And ta-da, we're in like South Alabama. Surprise, tobacco and cotton everywhere. Gee, I wonder what the industry was here. I wonder what kind of farm equipment they used.
I hurt myself.
I just, you know what? I'm just having a candid conversation about it. What?
What is it called when you ram something between your toes so hard that it's like getting kicked in the balls, but it's between your toes.
I don't know what you call that.
Painful. That's what you call it.
Had a baby, it's a boy, is giving me a hard time about my decent slave owner still.
Said no one ever.
No, but like the thing is, maybe not. But the thing is, like you watch movies, like I watched 12 Years a Slave, which showed a horrible side of it, and it was a horrible thing. And they were like your dudes who were terrible. But Benedict Cumberbatch Monkey Bunch was a nice man. You know, he was a nice man. He listened to Chiwetel Ejiofor, the guy who won the Oscar.
She want a leg for?
I don't remember what his name was.
Rover?
But yeah, Grover. No, he did. Yeah, no, he doesn't look like Grover. Maybe he did
Rover. You said chew on your leg.
No,
Rover.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Rover.
What's his name? Can you pronounce it? I can't.
How do you say it? How do you? Where's the?
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Wait, how do you?
12
you
Years
spell
a
it?
Slave. He was the dude.
Years
But Cumberbatch Monkey
on
Bunch was
TV.
fine. You know, he was disgusted by his like ranch hands who treated everybody like crap.
Oh dear Lord, that's a name.
See, told you, Chiwetel Ejiofor. That's his name. I knew it.
Chiwetel
So, I mean, and that was a book.
Ejiofor.
That was a book by a guy who like was a slave.
What the hell's a Chiwetel?
It's his name.
That's Firefly. The dude.
No, that's not Shepherd Book.
No, watch Firefly. Serenity, the guy, the hunter dude.
Oh, that's where I remember him from.
Yes.
I thought you thought he was Shepherd Book.
He's mission to her.
That's Ron Glass, who will be at Dragon Con, by the by.
Excited.
I'm so
I'm
excited.
gonna pee all over him.
Well, now that I've offended most of the nation, I think it's time we do a world news section.
H&H, where we have decent slave owners.
They're not.
That's how you sell our
It's
show
not
to people.
a decent practice.
They talk about decent. Why am I haven't watched Gold Rush in 2 weeks and I
You're
can't
still
stop. Yeah.
decent slavery.
What the crap, Todd?
Todd, Jack Hoffman's all like, if we just had some slaves to dig this gold out of the dirt, like I had back in 1862,
Oh,
it'd
bugger.
be better. Decent slave. There's a title.
Yeah.
Decent slave owner. Episode 298. Decent slave
I think we
owners.
should do it.
I feel like that would attract some people.
Right. I'm like, what the hell?
I'll title. I ain't scared of nothing.
Chiwetel.
I ain't scared of nothing.
How are you going to name your kid Chiwetel? I mean,
You-
does it mean something?
You don't have to be politically incorrect in this world. People just tend to listen to you when you are, you know? Or
Like at
politically
church.
correct. Like sometimes,
It does.
like it's wrong to say,
Chiwetel
oh, every
me.
kid doesn't get a trophy. But dagnabbit, not every kid gets a trophy. I'm sorry. Like some kids do things better. Other kids might need to find a new hobby. Like maybe you suck. I sucked at t-ball. I did not enjoy t-ball. So you know what I did? Play video games like a boss.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever, I'm doing other stuff. And now I'm doing computer crap and playing on the internet and talking on a microphone. Fine. I don't have a problem not having a baseball trophy. I mean, I did think all my friends with baseball trophies, like, man, one day I'm going to win a trophy. You know what my first trophy was for?
What?
Honor roll. At elementary school, they gave us a trophy for being on the honor roll.
Would you, speaking of honor, would you like to read small town news out of order?
Yeah, sure. You want to do world news and then I'll do small town?
Or you could just read it now.
Or we can go out of okay, we can go out of sync. But I'm just saying, you know what the second trophy I got was?
What?
Christian Character Award. This guy who just said decent slave owner got Christian Character
I
Award.
failed Bible my first year.
You know, that's terrible. It's because you weren't paying attention or you just didn't care.
Hey, we had to memorize Bible verses, and I'm like, I can play volleyball or I can memorize the Bible.
Volleyball. You know what the fun thing about all that is? I don't remember a single one we memorized.
Neither do I. Well,
Not a
I
clue.
didn't. So
Not a clue. I memorized every one of them so I could get 100 on the test, but I didn't remember any of them.
You know those Christian Character Awards things that they gave out?
They were bullcrap.
like joyful and
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I was hyper as crap and smiley all the time, so they gave me joyful, and I'm like, that's cool. And then I like read the inscription. I'm like, that is not
Joyful.
what it means. That is not. I am not that.
The Joyful Award that you got was the equivalent of the we don't know what the crap to give this person, so they're gonna get the Joyful Award. Lando got one too.
Yes.
All the bad kids
I got joyful.
All the bad kids. I got friendliest.
I can see that.
I got friendship or friendly. Or
I think it was friendship.
It was something like that
Friendship,
because people
yes.
thought I was a nice, easy to get along with person. But that was before I was a pro-slave owner, apparently.
It's Chiwetel.
Oh, you reading?
Yeah, it's Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Oh, well, good. Now we know.
Yeah.
All right. But what we need to know more, importantly,
Honor.
small town news. And the thing about the Christian Character Award was you only got it when you were a quiet kid. Like, I was quiet.
That's me. We don't know how bad you are. We
Yeah,
know how bad everybody else sucks. Here's
Like,
this.
you could be going out, giving to the poor, working on volunteer projects, but dagnabbit, if you lost 10 merits in a year, there's no hope of you getting that Christian Character Award. But if you're me and you did nothing to help society at all, other than shut your mouth and get 100 on a test, boom, every time. Christian Character Award every time. It's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. Go school. All right. So, did I just do... Okay, small town news.
Yes.
A.K.A. Steven Soapbox. This is going to tick me off.
Yeah, this is going to tick you off.
School cancels honors night.
Why?
Why? An email from Principal Alexis Meyer of Archie R. Cole Middle School in East Greenwich, Rhode Island, is angering some parents and students. And Stephen. Meyer and Assistant Principal Daniel Seeger announced the cancellation of the school's honor night. In the email reads in part, members of the school community have long expressed concerns related to the exclusive nature of honors night. Therefore, we have made the collective decision to recognize students during team-based recognition ceremonies and graduation. Honors night was a long-standing tradition at the school of recognizing exceptional students and their accomplishments in front of their parents and fellow students. Cole Middle School student Caitlin Koslowski, who did not make it into last year's honors night, says, it doesn't say that, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that she's saying this. That's why I strive to do better this year. I knew a lot of my friends who had gone, and they said it was extremely exciting that they had earned this award. Caitlin's father, Joe Koslowski, does not agree with the message the school's decision sends to kids about how the real world works and says how else are they supposed to learn coping skills, not just based on success, but relative failure. It might not even be failure, but understanding what it takes to achieve high levels.
The real world.
Caitlin felt that Honors Night served as an incentive and said, that made me want to work harder, and a lot of other people want to work harder. I like how they actually said wanna in the quote. W-A-N-N-A. Somebody needed to go to honors school or whatever because this is not how you do it. So just the fact you can't work towards it anymore says there's no goal. Changes are also being made to the school's sports award. All right, I'm done. I'm done with this.
I'm as mad as hell.
You know what really grinds my gears?
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I hate trophies. I hate that everybody gets a trophy. I don't like that a school can sit there and be like, well, since everybody can't go and everybody is special, then we're going to have to cancel the honors night for all the people that tried real hard.
Yeah,
to do
everybody
the
that
best.
deserves it.
Everybody who wanted to go, who worked their butt off to go, gets nothing. They're just like, oh, since we can't balance the scales for all the retards in the school, we'll just shut it down. Sounds like a great idea. I love it. I think we should shut down all special programs for everybody. You know what? Scholarships? Axe them. Everybody gets scholarship. You get scholarship. You get scholarship. You get scholarship. Everybody gets scholarship. Let's do it. Everybody do it. Do you want a trophy? You didn't even play this year on the baseball team. Trophy. Boom. 8 feet tall. Put it in your living room next to your trophy for I don't give a crap. I didn't do anything this year. Put it right next to there. Put candy all over it. Put lights and Christmas all over the place. You know what? In my day, bad kids got coal in their stocking. Not anymore. Oh, I see you burned down a church. Here's your entire Christmas. $1,000 worth of My Little Pony doodads. I hope you feel better. Jacked up system we live in. Like, what the heck? I hope that if my kids suck at something, everyone goes, you suck at something. Find a new hobby. Do something else.
Go play the trumpet.
Go play the trumpet. You can't play baseball. I promise you this year, son, that you will not play on this basketball team. Get used to sitting at the bench because we're done here. You can't make a shot from right up under the goal. If you can't do a layup, you cannot play. They don't just go, oh, I guess we'll let little Timmy play since he's got one leg shorter than the other and can't play baseball very well. He runs at
This
2 miles an
episode
hour.
of H&H discriminating against slaves, retards, and handicapped children.
It's not that. I'm using the slang term, not the technically accurate term. I'm just saying that we're raising a bunch of sissy pants people. This is not how the world works. You can't, like, if I do bad at my job, if I do really poorly at my job, you know what they're going to do?
Fire you.
They're going to fire me. Unless you work for the government, then they'll just find a place for you in
Did
management.
you wear those pants to work?
Heck yeah, I did.
You
Yeah,
really can't just pretty much do anything.
I do whatever I want to do.
I do what I want.
Do what I want to do as long as I get my work done. But I'm just saying, you have to have. There is a line. There is a line between achievers and non-achievers. There is, right?
Not according to this school.
Because like schools now, they're doing this whole core curriculum bullcrap, where they're like, oh, well, we want everyone to be as up to par on these core skills, right? Like we want everybody to be up to par on these skills, and everybody will be if we follow this curriculum. And that's just garbage, because different people learn differently. I saw one of my friends in our small group at church had her child's homework laying out. And it was that number line stuff where it's like, oh, you go to
make
this
the
number
swoop.
and then you count backwards from the number. It's like, no, just subtract, doofus. What's 7 minus 3? It's 4. 4.
They send the work home with
the
the kids, so the parents end up teaching. So the parents, if they don't know how to work it, then the kids aren't going to know how to work it. Because you can't. This is why I think homework is bullcrap.
This is how I did it when I was initially. Well, I didn't even do this. I think I pretty much went straight to doing it in my head. But it's like, well, you got 7 of them. You take away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many you got left? 3. Boom. Boom.
Some people have problems with numbers, Steven.
65, 535. Yeah, and that's okay. But I'm good
with words.
That you don't have to, right? And see, this is where I disagree with our education system. I think that when a kid excels at something, you should excel that kid to where they can just blow people's minds.
Yeah.
And you should get them up to speed on the things they aren't very good at, but let them.
I'm never going to be good at numbers.
Right, you're not going to be. Your brain doesn't process them.
My brain is like.
Yeah. Neither does mine. I can read them.
And I can't write and left.
You can't.
No, I was driving the other day and Dad's like, turn right. And I'm sitting there looking to my left going, Dad, that takes us out of the freaking complex. Why the hell would I turn right? Like, sitting there arguing with him, just thinking he's the dumbest person ever because I want to turn left, which is right.
I'm sorry.
It's
It's just bad. I can't do east and west. I can get those jacked up all the time. East and west. I have no idea. But I think that people like you and me were words people. So they should have taken us at like 9th grade and been like, you, sir.
Here's a book, read.
Yeah, you, sir, excel at reading, writing, listening, that kind of, or listening.
I don't excel at listening. I excel at talking.
I excel at talking. Listening, though, I said it again. I'm
Just-
not
no,
good with
we're
words.
not good.
I'm not good with words. Because I wasn't pulled to the side in 9th grade and told, here's your gifted thing.
We like being on the camera.
And they should allow you to excel at that and then get you enough math and science skills to get by. Right? I mean, we'd be breeding ourselves into castes.
Pretty much.
okay.
Yeah, I like science.
I mean, I read The Time Machine. There are Morlocks and other thingies or whatever.
That was scary.
Yeah, there's the smart dudes, and then there's the crazy, muscular dudes.
Well, you just say the Indian
You can be
caste
smart
system.
and muscular at this time. No, the caste system in India is jacked. That's not even right.
Well,
You can't
they outlawed it, but you can't outlaw culture.
Yeah, you can't.
If we have not learned anything from the Shiites and
right, you can't. You
Sunnis?
can't make people get along. Here, African tribe A, go hang out with African tribe B that you've been warring with for centuries.
because we want to put a train
Because
through
I'd
this
like-
part of the land right there.
It'd be more productive for the
You
British
are now
Empire.
friends.
You hear this?
Make babies.
Stop fighting. Interbreed.
Make babies for our cotton.
No, they're not decent slave.
According to Steven, you got a 50-50 shot of landing with a good family. It's like adoption. I mean, realistically, they feed you, they clothe you. Hopefully, they won't rape you and make you have weird, bastardized slave owner children. Because now, if your dad's white and your mom's black, then you're a bastardized child of a decent slave owner.
I'm allowed to say things on this show without any kind of recourse. Like, no one comes back at me and just goes, Steven, that's stupid, immediately. And rarely do I get any feedback telling me I'm an idiot.
No.
I don't get any feedback. You filter it. You catch it all. And you're like, delete. I can't let Steven see this.
No. I don't think we've angered the populace.
I think we angered Adam once talking about some video game. I think he got really upset.
Adam's black. He gets mad at everything.
See, now that's a racist comment.
Adam's black man rage. Like cliche
Amazing.
black. Having him at a bar is the best thing in the world because if somebody walks up to you that you don't want, Adam, and he's like, "What are you doing with my bitch?"
He's so. Oh my gosh, he's a wonderful human being.
I miss you, Adam.
Yeah, he's wonderful. We do. I remember he got really upset at me once for taking a picture of him while eating fried chicken. Because I don't
Was there watermelon on the side?
Much like Stephen Colbert, I don't see race. So I just take a picture. I'm just taking a picture. He's like, why are you taking a picture of a black man eating chicken? What are you trying to do to me? I was like, dude, it's okay.
Internet meme.
He's like, no, it's not. He had this poor, pitiful face. He was like, what are you doing?
He's seriously the whitest person on the planet until he gets mad, and then he's
so
like,
funny.
he's like,
so funny. Wouldn't you love to just be able to like be a really nice guy and just turn on the intimidation factor just because of the color?
That's what he does. Yeah, he's like the biggest dork ever. But I mean, he's a tall fellow.
Yeah.
Like
the minute like the glasses come off and he makes a face, you're like, I'm afraid now.
Yeah, like your butthole puckers.
Like I tried to do that with my beard, but people just aren't afraid till I put on sunglasses and a beanie.
The sunglasses are scary.
Sunglasses and a beanie. I'm like, what? I'm here to do some business.
Yeah. You know Steven's mad when he's like, I don't care. Whatever. We'll just do whatever. When he gets like that, Steven is annoyed.
That's when the alien's trying to bust chest.
Yeah. He's like, I don't care what we're doing. I'm done. Just whatever. Do whatever. I don't care.
Do whatever the crap you want to do. I'm through.
Yeah. And he literally throws his hands around like that too.
I do, because like I don't know what to do with my energy. Like I don't know. World news time.
Me.
It is.
Me.
It is your turn.
That's so backwards.
Time traveling racist. That's funny.
Time traveling racist.
I'll take it.
We're not.
World news. You got to go back up this time because we did it.
France's National Rail Company Snufkuf.
Snookov. That's SNCF.
SNCF said it had ordered 2,000 trains.
Yes.
For an expanded regional network that are too big for the platforms.
That's what she said.
So France made a mistake.
Your train's too big for my platform.
I bet that's what Stephanie said this weekend.
We're not going to roast weenies.
But it's cool because they didn't need the lube. They did go to a waterfall.
There was lots of people in that waterfall. There's nothing going on there. Lots of people. And it made you feel like any accomplishment you thought you had for making it all the way up that mountain trail to the waterfall, and then you got up there and like several hefty individuals and made it. You're like, well, they're not breathing hard either. I guess we didn't do anything. So we didn't do anything impressive.
There's a CrossFit place right down the road.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. You should try it.
You were saying that the closest one was like 30 minutes away.
I thought it was.
Just saying.
It's terrifying. I think you should give it a try.
I'll go with you.
You should go on a free day.
We should go.
And see how bad it hurts your brain.
We should go. Except you should not give yourself a migraine this time. You should give it one more try.
Oh, gosh. It's awful. It's terrifying. I'll do it again if you want to go.
Your trains are too big for my platform because we cannot math. Yeah, the French can't math either. A spokesman for the RFF, National Rail Operator, confirmed the error. So what's the difference between the Snookuf and the roof?
The roof is the Railroad Federation of France.
Well, they don't have... Okay.
That's truth right there.
We discovered the problem a bit late.
Yeah.
I know, whatever. And they're French. We recognize that the reason the story is funny is because they're French.
You could have stopped at French.
Yeah. French victories. We recognize that, and we accept responsibility on that score. I mean, what else are you going to do? Construction work has already begun to reconfigure station platforms. So instead of sending the trains back and be like, hey, can we get, a downsize? I mean, I guess you can't, there's no, return policy on trains, I suppose. Steven's hiccuping. That's cool. Steven's typing.
I'm done.
We're good. The mix-up arose when the roof transmitted faulty dimensions for its train platforms to the Snookuf, which was in charge of ordering trains as part of a broad modernization.
We're good with words.
Station.
We're good. We're not good at anything. We're terrible. We need to just go back to school.
It says station. I don't moderny station.
Moderny station.
Moderny station. Also, it's spelled with an S and not a Z because they're freaking British, so that's not a word my brain recognized. The roof only gave the dimensions of platforms built less than 30 years ago, but most of France's...
1,200. 1200.
I would have gotten it. There's only 4. Eventually, platforms were built more than 50 years ago. Whatever. French is stupid.
Repair work already cost 80 million euros.
110 million.
I love this guy's quote. The other guy's quote.
Transport Minister Frederick
Cavalier
blamed an absurd rail system for the problem, referring to changes made by a previous government in 1997.
France is all about blaming the past.
Yeah.
If we hadn't given the U.S. that liberty, then, whatever.
We'd be speaking frog.
We'd be I think that's racist.
Is it racist?
French
it's not racist. It's is it racist?
I think it's racist. I think words like Polak or frog.
Whatever. I'll ask Eileen tomorrow. She's Polish. I'll be like, if I call you a Polak, is that offensive?
No, you ask, is it racist? It might not be offensive to her, but to someone, it could be.
Well, why would she know?
I don't know.
Because her last name is Stink.
Okay. That's good.
Because whenever it signs off on something on the computer, it says signed off by E Stink.
Last names are amazing things.
Homie would have changed. I'm like, I don't care what the hell this means in Polish.
You're just not even afraid.
No.
You but you've got these untouchables. You're not supposed to say ever, and then you've got the ones that for some reason are okay. It's like if Archie Bunker could say it on TV in 1970, then you can say it now and be totally cool with it. Other than the N-word, which they did drop back then on TV.
That's a scary word to me. I don't know.
It's because but it's bad. It's a bad word. But there's people that are like, what is a bad word? How can you have a bad collection of sounds, right?
It's like saying gay. I say gay in terms of, this is lame.
We'll have a gay old time?
No, as in, somebody will say something bad happened. I'm like, oh, that's gay. And one of my friends was like, it
bothered him.
It bothered him, yeah. And so I'm like, okay, I won't use it around you.
That's the appropriate response. It's like, oh, dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know that I apologize, but I'm like, okay, I'll watch that around you.
See, I would apologize because I feel like
I owe them. I didn't do it on purpose.
Well, right, but that doesn't mean you don't apologize. I stomped all over your Lego house. I didn't do it on purpose. I don't have to say I'm sorry. An apology is nice.
The fact that I agreed to alter my speech was big. So
yeah, Elfstar said gay had a different meaning before too. It is it
did. We did steal it.
Are you gay?
The homosexuals.
You're like, we stole it.
No, we stole the word gay to apply it to
shouldn't
queers.
Be a thing. It shouldn't be a thing. Why is it a thing? I did have a buddy of mine give me some interesting thoughts, because you see this a lot. Why do people have to be like, oh, I sleep with dudes? Because people don't run around saying, oh, I sleep with women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's a issue, and I didn't think about this because I was one of those people. I was like, I don't care what you do. You don't have to be out flaunting everything.
I don't want to see your wing wing.
But he made a very solid point that there are people, and we forget this because we're older, but there are kids and like young adults that live in fear of their sexual orientation because they're afraid that they are alone, you know?
Yeah.
So people come out and say, hey, dude, I'm gay. And so it makes it easier for them to approach the subject because there are more people in the spotlight, so they don't feel as alienated. I was like, that's a very good point of view that I did not have. Like, I didn't see from that corner of the world, you know, because I don't go that direction.
I don't care. Like,
I don't care
who
either.
you sleep with.
I'm just saying that I understand now why there's people who go out of their way, like famous people or like this NFL guy that just got drafted, like they go out of their way to say, hey, this is me, this is my world. Because it makes other people feel safer.
Is he a big black dude?
Yeah.
Big black NFL player
Yeah.
that's gay. Someone's butthole's gonna be hurting. Someone's gonna be a wind tunnel at the end of that one.
You know what? I don't care what you do or who you do it with. And the thing is, I don't really think not to go political, but I don't really think the government has any say in what you do or who you do it
Fault
with.
libertarian.
Or where. I don't really believe in marriage licenses.
No,
Whoa!
the government has no business telling me who I can and cannot marry.
I don't believe in them. I think they're silly. I think they're an archaic government certificate to show that you are not marrying interracially, and it's left over.
That was left over from freaking King Henry VIII and land titles, and because if you didn't marry certain ways, then the land would default back to the king.
Yeah.
And we actually, like, our property law is descended from that. So a lot of this stuff, like, it'll default back to the state. But that's reminiscent of...
Right.
This is stupid.
And the thing is, it's an agreement to say, like, if I'm dying on a hospital bed, this
you
person
have my
has the power to do something.
power of attorney.
So, like, they don't even have to call it married. They could be like, here's your tax certificate, or here's, like, your whatever. And, like, you could go...
I want to get married to Busch Gardens.
You could... I'm down for that. I'm
For
good
cereal,
with that.
that's
I'm
where we're
fine.
getting married, Busch Gardens.
But I don't think that they have anything to do with it. I think if I wanted to marry Stephanie, I shouldn't have had to go to a courthouse. I should have just been able to, like, go to a preacher. You know, because that's the path we choose.
Please marry me in front of God and my family and Obama.
Right. And yes, Obama's got to be there. Anyways, I'm tapping papers like a newscaster, but it's really just my power bill. So, okay, I got one more thing. I got another thing. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
I'm as mad as hell. You know what really grinds my gears?
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I hate the population of Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
One sweeping gesture.
I cannot stand... No, okay, I'll be more specific. I cannot stand moviegoers in Pigeon Forge. Because do you want to know what I did this weekend?
What did you do
I went to
this
see
weekend?
Gojira.
Gojira!
I went to see Gojira in the movie theater at the Forge Cinemas in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
How did that go
And
for you?
I have never in my days been in such a rude movie-going audience ever. Like it was insane. You know me. Like if you're going, the movie theater is a sanctuary of audio and video enjoyment. You should be able to walk in there, sit down, find yourself in a bubble with no one speaking, and enjoy a movie. And for the most part, the theaters around these parts do a really good job. Of people who go to movies want to be in the movie. They would like to watch it. Not Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I might as well have been sitting in the living room with 500 chatty relatives. Yes, ma'am.
Going to the movies with Steven by Ashley.
I would die if you had a legit poem to read right now.
No, that was...
Going to the movies with Steven is hard. You see a preview that you like, but you cannot say a word.
You can say word. You choose to say them like you and I are speaking right now.
Preview!
Dude, that's gonna be so awesome. Are
There
you
was
ready?
4 people in the theater, and they laughed.
It's. I've trained myself to not like a nudge.
They were.
Man, I can't wait to see that one. That one's gonna be good. That's different than, dude, that looks so good. Oh my gosh.
I made a flippant
Which
comment.
is what you do.
I made a flippant loud
talk
comment, and people
loud.
laughed.
I know.
There were 4 people in the
So-
thing. So we went to the freaking theater. Literally, as we walked in, the 3 of us, there was nobody there. Nobody in the theater. So we were literally the only 3 people in that room. So we walk in, we sit down, and then massive theater, and then a group of people walk in and sit 1 chair beside me.
That was
I'm like,
amazing.
are you effing serious right now? Like, what the hell?
An entire legit, like it was an entire theater of empty seats.
And they sat, but it's not. And I'm just like, you could have sat in the freaking middle, all the way up behind us, and all the way because we were sitting in the middle.
Yeah.
And you sat beside me.
Yeah,
like,
1
do you
seat
want
over.
punched in the boob? But yes, going to Steven with movie is difficult.
And the thing is, like, I sat down and I was like, this is going to be great. I'm excited to see some Gojira. And a group of like hats turned sideways, tank top, like 1997 Scottie Pippen jerseys walk in. And they sit down and immediately just start having a full-on conversation about some chick they knew. Like, constant. And then the dude pulls out his cell phone through the entire movie and texts back and forth. And another man next to him was turned towards him during the movie talking. No, not in Elf Star. There's not in
That's
Gatlinburg.
when I thought about that too, I'm like, were they
They
black?
were not black. They were white. But it was Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And then the rappers from hell. And I don't mean black rappers. I mean the rappers from hell. It's like everyone bought a giant bag of M&Ms and just found a way to ruffle them the entire movie. The entire time. And I'm sitting there trying to enjoy, and I'm just getting distracted. Stephanie said there's a woman down the road from her with her cell phone on, texting the whole time. And the person behind us kept tapping their feet. What are you doing?
Everything that could possibly
So-
go wrong.
And the thing is, I hated Godzilla. I'm not even going to brush over it. I hated it. It was a stupid movie. It was absolutely ridiculous, and nobody should watch it because it's dumb. But there are people out there who like it, so more power to you. But I think that experience, I would have liked Godzilla more if it had not been in such a subpar theater and I wasn't surrounded by humanity of Pigeon Forge. It was bad. It was bad. And like the thing is, I see how the baby It's a boy is already freaking out, but I did not enjoy it.
We're freaking out. I think we're freaking out at what Elf Stars.
Oh, what Elfstar said?
I would have told
He's fine. See, is that word bad or is that word not
Wigger.
bad? Yeah. Is that word bad or is it just a play on the other word? I mean, you were calling kajits kajiggers, and I feel like that's
Kajiggers
racist.
is on Futurama.
This
I
is
think
a bit of
it's-
vaguely off racist
I've
episode.
never heard kajiggers outside of Futurama, and an old lady said, "Wow, get my kajiggers."
I know. See,
Steven took a drink of water for the audio listeners. He is now dying slowly in the corner.
I'm okay.
He's okay.
I'm taken to saying that like if I need to mess with something, like say I got a kajigger with that that microwave oven to get it to work.
Are you good?
I'm drowning, but the show must go on. So anyway, yeah, what I learned is don't go see a theater. Don't go see a theater. Don't go see a movie in
Don't go see
Gatlinburg,
it.
Tennessee, or Pigeon Forge or whatever. It's going to be a horrible experience. You're going to regret it, and it's going to ruin whatever might have saved that movie. Like, I kid you not. There are moments in that movie that's like boom, 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 silence, because
Yeah.
it's trying to emotionally grab you for
Right.
a moment. Immediately when the silence went off, all I hear is crispy pop. It's like a lady had a popcorn bag under her feet and was just stomping on it. So like all that silence that was like, oh wow, this could be a moment, was just like ruined. It's like she took her Godzilla feet and walked all over my movie experience. I was so upset.
Nice, that was good.
Boom, boom, boom.
That was very good.
Because there were good moments. There were good Godzilla moments. But when your title character is only in about 20 minutes of the movie, it's kind of upsetting. I kid you not. Spoiler-free review. Not spoiler-free. There's a total big spoiler in here. Cover your ears, kids. When Godzilla reaches out when Godzilla.
You said Godzilla?
When Godzilla punches another monster in the face, no less than 2 times does it cut to an entirely different scene. Reaches back, punches monster in the face, scene over. Like, you don't even get to see the battle. It's like, punch, gone. It's like a tease. It's a 2-hour-long tease. Godzilla punches, scene over.
Why
Next
do
thing, Godzilla swings at monster, cloud of smoke. What the crap, Godzilla? And then the last scene is like Godzilla smacks monster with tail, monster's dead. Oh boy, that was an exciting fight. And then he's like, I'm going to blow stuff down your face. And it's like, blah, monster dead. What is the point? What? They need a better monster because this monster apparently fell apart. Just felt like, oh, I'm dead now. Godzilla was stronger than me.
That if you're going to go see Godzilla, that you should just rewatch Pacific Rim, and it would be more fun.
Basically the same thing. Yeah, and I hated Pacific Rim. I hated it.
Yeah,
but I found... No, I don't know if I enjoyed it. I don't know if I could say I walked out happy.
I've seen it 18 times, and it's amazing.
It's just total dog crap.
So amazing.
It's like Guillermo del Toro walked down the street with his dog, and he's like, dog, poop me out a story that I can put on paper.
It was so
and the dog went, okay, hold on. And
come on.
Big lasagna poo named Pacific Rim.
You're the only one who doesn't like that movie. That movie was phenomenal. The chat likes it.
I wanted to like it, but I couldn't get past the fact that most of the people that I'm supposed to be cheering for look like dudes in high school who would beat me up. It was ridiculous. Then even the nerd was Charlie Day, and he's just loud.
He was so funny.
He's just loud.
He was so
We need a funny person. Hey, I'm Charlie Day. I got a raspy voice, and I do stuff. Philadelphia.
Yeah, he really is super Philly.
I don't get it. I don't get it. So I didn't like that, and I apparently hate large monsters. I don't know. I liked, the visuals and the sound in Pacific Rim kicked the crap out of Godzilla.
And so were the the actors.
That's what they were. They were basically CW actors.
Woohoo.
I wanted to like Godzilla. It's not like I went in there trying to hate it. I wanted to love it. I was ready for a really good experience. Well, maybe we
should go watch it again.
Stephanie won't go. Stephanie said no, absolutely not. It's a piece of crap. I want to try it in a large format theater with decent sound and no people.
Let's go watch a movie in Tennessee. That'll be fun.
Well, we didn't know what else to do. I mean, we knew what else to do, but we were just having a good time.
You could have used your lube, Steven.
We had fun at the movie theater.
Did you bring the lube?
No. But we did get to drink at a brewery. That was the first time I've had to pee in a movie since I was like 11. Like the movie started after I had gone pee, but I had 2 beers before going in, and I had to pee immediately after. Movie started, and it was a intense action sequence. I was like, okay, that's over. Going to pee. Went to pee. Within another about 35 minutes, it's like, I got to pee really bad again.
That's why you don't drink beer and pee. Like once you start peeing, once you pop the seal.
Oh, but I had to pee so bad. Yeah. You don't understand. But it was a good beer. It was worth it, and it's a crap movie, so peeing wasn't such a bad thing.
Tee.
All right. Sorry I had to rant twice. WTF? I'm not sorry. It's our show. Screw them. Screw the listener.
Screw the babies.
WTF?
Wait, what?
WTF? I think this one is yours? Probably. I talked a lot just then.
I'll read it.
You can read it.
I'll read it.
I'm fine with you reading it if you want to.
I'll read it.
Okay.
I like to talk. Thieves accidentally steal a baby. I feel like this happens a lot. Is it? It's hot in here. It's hot.
It's always. My butt is sweating like nothing I've ever seen.
Get that.
What about it?
Wait, hold on.
You can't just turn that on.
Will it make noise?
I don't know. Make sure you grab the fan one, though, not the light one,
Which
or we're going to be sitting
in
the dark. The taller one. This is exciting. Radio listeners, we're watching Ashley pull the chain on the fan.
I got it.
I think it's going to be quiet enough.
I got it.
We'll see.
Really excited right now. Okay.
That there's wind. We have created wind.
Is it making noise?
It's making noise, but I don't think we're picking it up. I think we're happy.
Has read by Smash.
Hold
on. Somebody sent me in. Going to the movies with Steven. Somebody made a picture of a golden book called Golden. Did you? That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, Had a Baby, It's a Boy. I think you could make a children's book out of that.
Going to the movies with Steven.
It'd be like one of those children's books that is not a children's book. It just looks like one.
Go the
F to sleep.
Yeah. Okay. The St. Petersburg, Florida Police Department is searching for the suspects involved in... I don't know why I'm doing that. Involved in a car theft that was, for a moment, also a kidnapping. My bad. Look in the back seat before you carjack a car.
Make sure there's no child in there.
According to the police department, for a short time period, the victims were unloading tables and chairs from their SUV Why is my mom calling me? Into the Gethsemane Missionary Baptist Church. Their SUV had the keys in the ignition and their 10-month-old baby girl strapped in a car seat. Whoops.
Oops.
While the theft victims were inside the church, don't leave your kid, whatever.
Don't steal from the church, man.
Yeah. 2 teens jumped in the vehicle and drove away. The one silver lining to their crime, 3 minutes later, one of the thieves dropped the child off unharmed on the doorstep of a nearby home. Just pick a home and drop. It could be a freaking pedophile.
I know. What are you doing?
Like a baby eater cannibal.
I'm
Here,
just
I
feeding
found this.
I'm just feeding this to Buffalo Bill here.
I found this. The homeowner returned to find the baby just after the suspects left and then called officers. Surveillance video captured the car thief leaving the child and apparently knocking on the door before running away. And then they found the car
In a parking lot.
in a parking lot.
Very boring story. You'd figure they found the car in a parking lot with no wheels and strange stains on the back seat.
Where they ate the baby.
Has your mom called you like 15 times?
She left a voicemail. She called me and she texted me.
Does she know that we do a show at 8 p.m. on Tuesdays?
I think so. I'm gonna let her know.
But anyways, I don't even know where to go with that one other than that's ridiculous.
I feel like that's happened before. I feel like we've done a story on that before. Like someone's ganked a car and they turned around and there's a baby. I feel like that should be a Dwayne Johnson movie. He steals
It's
a
like
car.
a comedy. It's a comedy. You steal the car with the baby in it and then have to take care of the baby.
Wah!
like-
I can't breathe. I think
Oh,
that just
no.
made it worse.
You're stirring up all the dust mites.
Yeah, I can't breathe. I'm dying.
Dwayne Johnson gets the car, and then there's a baby in it, and then they have like this nice connection with each other as he's driving down the highway, and he's
And
like,
then he
"I'm gonna
drops
take
him
care of
off
this
at Buffalo
thing.
Bill's house.
Because I'm a bad guy, but I'm really tenderhearted for this baby, and now I'm taking care of it, and it's my child. And one day the parents find me, I have to return it. That's the kind of heartwarming story you'd
I'm
get.
tenderhearted for this baby.
Yeah,
what
tenderhearted.
the hell does
for
that
the-
even mean?
It means like he's a bad man, but he's got a heart of gold. And he's like, oh, my dad left me when I was a small child, and I can't let that happen to this little baby that I stole.
I'm tenderhearted for. I feel like that's an Elvis Presley song. I'm tenderhearted.
for this child.
Oh, I can't breathe.
I know, it's so bad.
I don't understand. What the hell, room? What the hell?
Well, it's good news, Ashley. That's an hour. That's a show. That's what we've done. We've completed the goal. And
we
with
should
that,
do that thing next week. That we did that thing.
oh yeah, we got ideas, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming at you with some fantastic.
We were gonna do it tonight, but
stuff.
our host of our game,
Our host got sick. Steph got sick when
Is
she came
sick.
home.
Sarah's sick at work. Stephanie's sick. If you guys get me sick, I'm gonna punch people in the boob.
I'm not sick, but I was making out with that one all weekend. So I could
told
be
people,
getting sick.
You get a chance of getting punched in the face or getting punched in the boob.
I get punched in the face. or
If
the
somebody
boob?
gets me sick, they get punched in the face or the boob. You can pick one.
punch me in the boob.
You're a dude.
You
get punched in your
said
lower
I get to
boobs.
pick. Is that what they call them? I don't really
No,
want to
your
get
boobs
punched. in
hang
the-
low. Do they wobble to and fro?
There's so many ways you can change that song so that it's not what it used to be.
Do your nuts hang low? Do they wobble to?
It's a children's song until you're an adult, and then it's not anymore.
Everything's a children's song until you're an adult. Did you ever watch Jim? Jim and the holograms.
Oh,
Why
they're
did
making a movie out of that.
Yeah, they are. People are so excited.
What the crap is that?
It's
anyway?
awful. It was like I loved it when I was little, and I went back and watched it because it's on Netflix. And there's so much singing, and it's like, oh, it's
It
so
just
bad.
looks stupid. Like, is there any '80s property that's sacred?
No,
It looks like it
like
looks
the
stupid.
outfits were amazing. The fact that they could like use the hologrammy thing and change stuff, like that was so cool when I was little. But then I realized they sang crap all the freaking time.
I don't even understand what it's supposed to. I don't even know. I never even heard of it until they said they
Really?
were making a movie out of it. I feel like we're robbing children today of their own joys
They
by
wouldn't-
recreating the '80s again. You know, like, so
Yeah.
we hold a lot of things dear, like
Right.
Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters.
because the
and Back to
80s
the
were pretty
Future and stuff.
bamf. The 80s and
Well,
early 90s did a lot of stuff.
And the thing is, like, people our age now are in control of the creative content, right?
yeah.
So we
Coleman.
look at things like, yeah, exactly. We look at things like Indiana Jones and Star Wars and all this stuff, and we want everyone to have that same joy that we have.
Yeah.
but we're just recreating it. We're not allowing the generation being born today to grow into their own things.
Justin Bieber is their own thing, Steven. They don't deserve the right to grow into jack crap.
You make a good point. You make a good point. But the thing is, people said, what the crap is a Ghostbuster? And we loved it. Or what are people doing? This Ninja Turtle don't make no sense. And
then they made a movie out of it, and people said, what the hell are they doing? This Ninja Turtle don't make no sense.
I think 1990 Ninja Turtles made perfect sense. I don't know why.
That was so good. I would much rather. That's like.
I watched The Secret of the Ooze recently, and that, to me, like, if you could have a movie that was better than the first one, barring Empire Strikes Back, it's Ninja Turtles 2.
Do you remember the, like, cream-filled pastries that they used to make? It was like a Hot Pocket with ooze in it.
No.
Well, they had those. Seriously, it was like a pastry Hot Pocket with ooze in the middle, and as disgusting as you can make that sound, that's pretty much how it was.
Blech.
It was like a cheese Danish, was just oozy goozy in the middle. But they had a Secret of the Ooze Ninja Turtle one, and I remember sitting downstairs in the TV room, like the bottom story of a 3-story condo, like sitting on a tarp because I was a messy eater apparently. And my mom's like, "Let me sit you on a tarp."
you sit on the tarp and eat.
And I was so excited because I'd seen the commercials for it, like the adverts, a billion times. I'm like, "Mommy, get me ooze pastry puff."
Right.
And so, like, I break into it, and I stick it in my mouth, and I, like, immediately threw up. It was the nastiest. So now, every time I think of Secret of the Ooze, I think of puking.
That's terrible.
It's so awful.
I'm really sorry.
Like, I see that green crap, and I'm like...
You're like, that does not make you into a turtle.
Like, I can feel it in the back of my throat.
Really? Is that bad?
It was so gnarly.
I don't recall those.
Puke.
I didn't have anything to do with those.
That's probably they recalled them after my mom wrote in, was like, you should not sell this.
Yeah, Had a Baby It's Boy shares your pain there, apparently.
You remember those?
Yeah, it was super gross.
Yes, it was so gnarly.
I didn't have those. I don't remember.
My initials are Alf. I always thought that was so cool because I grew up, and everybody I would get, "Do you eat cats?" I wish I kind of like that was the only time I ever wished I was like a lesbian because I'd have been like, "Boy, yes I do."
Boy, that's awesome.
Get it?
That is awesome. No, I just think
yes, this Hostess Teenage Mutant Turtle Pies filled with vanilla pudding power, but it was green.
That's what it was.
Secret of the Ooze trading cards. Yes. Oh, I wish there was like a picture of what was inside.
Collect all 5.
Elfstar, you amazing person.
There it is. That's going to be the picture for today's show, actually.
They were so gnarly pants.
Puddin' power.
Puddin' power.
Crap. Oh, jeez. Okay. And that'll do it. Vanilla pudding powder.
Oh.
Maybe that should be the title of the show today. Oh man, no, we have had a blast here tonight, you guys. Like this has been wonderful. I feel like we have connected on this show in better ways since you started being here and like doing it live in studio. Like the show, the quality and the things that we're doing is just 10 times better. That's it? That looks gross.
Right?
Who would eat that?
Not many people because they... Yeah, it was like green. Okay, so it was green on the outside and yellow on the inside. I'm a kid. I don't know.
Oh, that's terrible.
Ugh.
People don't eat green things.
It was vomitous, but it was Secret of the Ooze, and I'm like, yeah.
Ninja Turtles pudding pie.
Ninja Turtles puke pie. Just vomitous. Vomited puke blast.
Oh, look at it. It does look like a little Hot Pocket. It looks like a donut. Looks
like it's just
Claire.
I can't look at it. I can't look at it.
I'm gonna find a way to
it's
put
like
it.
creeping up at the back of my throat right now.
I'm gonna print out like 80 pictures of it and hang them down the hallway. So when you wake up, you have to walk through them. Because I'm a terrible human being.
That's like I hate like when I walk down the hallway. Like I have to pee at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Dude,
click.
I was gonna try to help Had a Baby It's a Boy explain to people how to what this show is about, and I basically just everything in my brain went away to annoying noises made by multiple co-hosts for an hour. If I were the way I usually pitch it unsuccessfully, Had a Baby, It's a Boy is we bring the latest and greatest and odd and crazy news from all over the planet to you with random stories from our lives and from our own commentary. But I don't really know, how do you capture what we do in a 30-second?
I'm not able to tell people. I'm like, we've never, Steven, for about 300 episodes, we need an elevator pitch. We need an elevator pitch.
Yeah, we don't have one. I don't know
my
what to say.
brother-in-law and I talk about funny stuff.
Yeah, we're like
and we're racist and we're bigoted and we're sexist
Whatever.
and we're Marxist and
none of that is true.
I have no idea.
Right? None of that is true.
I threw it on the ground.
We try, turtles. This is, you sent me a WMV. I'm
yeah,
gonna get a virus.
Let me just.
Making a surprise. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pie.
Holy crap!
Sewers to you. Their minds are delicious, you know that's true, because they're filled with mutagen goo. That's vanilla pudding goo. They got the tastiest, flakiest, greatest crust. Even better than our pizza. And it's green like us. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pie. Fresh from the sewers to you. Radically sweet.
It can't be beat.
And there's a free turtle sticker inside. That's me. New from Boston. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pie.
I was so excited.
This is the reason that Hostess is gone.
Yeah,
For
so
decisions
excited,
like that.
and it was like instant vomit.
Filled with mutant goo. That's not normally. You know what? If you're gonna pitch our show, just say horseshoes and hand grenades
Filled with
mutant goo. Check it out. I can't get people that I love and that love me to listen. So I don't even know what to tell you guys. I have tried everything. I have handed out like Post-it notes. I've handed out business cards. You cannot get somebody to listen to anything. Like, you can't even get me to watch a movie. Like, and I can't get you to. Why is it that we can't?
And then we watch it, and we're like, "Oh my gosh, why was it so good?
Why didn't I watch that before?" And it's
Yeah.
like that's what happens with this stuff, I don't know what to tell you. I wish I did. Just episode 300. Come celebrate with us. It's a party.
I don't know. Say
they're naked chicks in there,
yeah.
man.
There we go. Say something about a boob.
We don't hold back.
You know what? You know what? From now on, it's H&H filled with mutant goo.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Never mind the melting faces thing.
It's like you want to know why you should watch Horseshoes and Hand Grenades is because it's filled with mutant goo.
We need to make a sizzle reel. Maybe if we had a sizzle reel, that would do it. I think a solid commercial.
Well, Stephanie's gonna make us one.
Right, we're gonna do a solid commercial. But anyway, let's get through with the show and we can talk about this afterwards.
Turtles.
Because, ladies, we don't have any mail for this week. Don't forget that you can submit stories at hnhshow.reddit.com if you have a Reddit account.
Yes,
or whatever.
that would have been really helpful tonight. Chip gave us.
Chip's really good about it. I love that Chip uses the Reddit, and he's getting a personal shout out because we love the Chip Chipperoo.
We love the Chip
Who
and
sends us
his
stuff.
volleyball playing self.
That's right. And send your questions and comments, feedback to hate mail
To hatemail.com.
at hnhshow@gmail.com. You can always call us, leave us a voicemail at HNH Live on Skype. Download our show on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter. I'm Steve H&H, and the show is at HNH Show. And you can donate to us also. Help us make the show better. There's a donate button on the right-hand side of our page that will help us out doing things and stuff that we like to do. Or more stuff that we want to do.
We like to fill the world with mutant goo.
They're right. That is our goal. And I'm going to leave you guys with these words of wisdom for the week. These are from Oscar Wilde, who is the great-grandfather of Olivia Wilde. Not true. Not true at all.
She doesn't have any of his art tattooed on him.
No.
I mean,
on him, her.
on her. It's like, what's the chick with no
On
boobs
she.
that has boobs again?
There's a chick with no boobs.
Maleficent. I was obsessed with her.
Angelina Jolie.
Yes, she has Oscar Wilde.
She got her
Quotes.
boobs removed,
Yes, and then they came back.
and they came back.
They went on vacation. They went to Tahiti via Shield.
Was it Christina Applegate got her boobs removed too? And she's like, I'm all right with it because I'm just going to get some newer, better boobs
Yeah.
that aren't going to try to kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Breast cancer awareness, people. It's a thing.
I feel like maybe,
Touch your boobs and make sure there's no things in there that
or
are
have your
unusual.
husband touch your boobs.
Or have your friends do it. Not all your friends. Have your husband do it, kids. Husbands. And men, there are testicular cancer too, and you can get those
Testes! Have your woman juggle your nuts.
checked. Keep love in your heart. A life without it is like a sunless garden when the flowers are dead. That's good. Had a baby, it's a boy. Thought I said Christina Applecake. This is actually making me hungry. And that's it. I'm going to go get some food. Ladies and gentlemen, we love you. Have yourselves a wonderful night and wonderful week. We will see you next time right here on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades.
Check your turtle pies.